Late was a long, long day. Ain't that right, daughter? Very long day. We stopped at Red Robin's. I had the Bing and Black Bean burger. It's pretty good.
It even looked like black beans.
I know I did.
So
It's
what
pretty
is
good.
that?
As long as there was no tofu in it. Tofu is not good for you. But I verified that there was no tofu in it. Made sure. And so we got in kind of late, and we just crashed out because everybody was dead tired. We were really tired, and so we didn't pick up last night from the video once we got in. We did pick up a couple of items while I was out and about. My daughter picked up some clothes. Both of my daughters picked up some clothes. Also my son and my wife picked up some clothes too. So everybody got some clothes but me, because I was looking for a certain type of jacket that they didn't have.
What you gonna look today for it?
So yeah, I'm probably gonna look today for it. But I did get me some cologne. This right here. Let me know if you know the brand. It is probably gonna be backwards in the screen. It does smell okay, but I don't think it really matched or fit me. Because I only wear one type of cologne. I find my one signature cologne, and that's all I wear. I don't wear a lot of different colognes. I never like that. Wearing different type of colognes and smells. So I try to find something that's good for morning and night or different seasons of the year, because I'm going to find one cologne that I'm going to wear. So I did find a fragrance that I really liked. It was by Gucci. My wife liked this one here, but I don't really think it fits me. So I'm going to try it out one more time at the store before I return it to get the Gucci. It wasn't bad in price. About $42 for the kid. It was on sale. It originally cost $72. The Gucci bottle costs about $89. But we're gonna see. It's gonna be about the same amount I spent once I trade this one in, because I didn't open it. It does come with the bag and the bath gel, the cologne, the aftershave. So it's a lot in there. But I don't think the fragrance really fits me. That's the only reason why I'm taking it back. Don't see that something I will wear all the time. Constantly. So don't see that something I will wear all the time. So how we act, how we approach, because God is always first in our lives. Always remember that. God is always first. And you cannot be a moron calling yourself serving the Lord. You can't do that. So, especially if you want to be blessed. So a lot of times people get their blessings and they go to the head and they self-destruct. But the Bible tells us to be sober-minded in all things. Sober-minded, whether we up or down. So you have to have a level head. You can't let money or things get to you, because, they all have a place in the world, but they're not your God. So you can have the money, you can't let that money have you. So you always remember that. You have it, but don't let it have you. Don't let it go to your head. Don't let it make you a different person. Don't get full of yourself, because just as fast as you got it, you can lose it. And lose a lot more on top of that. So God said He hates the proud look. So you don't want to be proud. There was one phase of my life I kind of got a little heady. And I thank God that He allowed me to be humble. Because, He won't let these things destroy us. I was out buying all kind of things. I had a really good job I was working at. And I make very good money. But, I bought watches. Because I love watches. I bought all sorts of things. Rings, nice rings, jewelry, purses for my wife. A lot of things for my kids. And taking 3 vacations a year. We was doing fairly well for ourselves. But things took a bad turn, to say the least. And I learned a big lesson. You can never, ever let it go to your head. So thank God for what you have, and you don't change. You be the same. Now, I'm not saying don't go out and buy things for yourself and do things for yourself because that's what money is for. Money's not to be hoarded. You have to use it. You know, I can tell you one thing: it's much better to have it than not have it. So, spend a little on yourself. Buy things. Treat yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Treat yourself. But I'm saying that when you do it, like when I buy watches and things like that, people don't have to know how much the watch costs. You know, that's all that matters. And you bought the watch because you like it. I did buy the watch because I like it, but I had to find some kind of way to work up in the conversation how much I spent on that watch, or how much I spent on the ring, how much I spent on the shoes. And that's not a good look. So I thank God that, I bless his name in all things. The Bible says, count it all joy when you fall into different or various temptations, because they come to bring us patience, and patience let it have its perfect works. So these things come into our lives, troubles and problems, to help us get better, become better people, become better servants of the Lord, to become humble. Because our goal in life is to show God's heart in the earth. And you can't show God's heart in the earth by being arrogant or being pompous or, self-centered. So I think God cut that off at the root before it got too bad. So I thank the Lord for that. Because I kind of felt myself change a little bit. And I didn't like it. I didn't like what it felt. Because people are very influential. Do you see things like other folks do and have, and you kind of want to, be sort of like that. And I thought my way to that was by being, a possessor of a lot of good things and letting folks know what I spent on, because I kind of got poked fun of a lot. And, about what I didn't have, because we didn't grow up rich. We grew up very poor. So that kind of creates that dynamic in your mind. God has to deal with that, because I believe that we all call for a greater purpose. And you have to get all those little idiosyncrasies, those little flaws out your life. Not that you have to be perfect, but you do have to be presentable. So it doesn't matter how you represent God, how you represent, this life. You have to walk right. So I thank God for, weeding that little trouble out of my life, what he did, And I thank God for a lot of things. He gave me a heart to be a man of one wife, one woman. I only been with one woman in my entire life. And I thank God for that. And I never wanted to be that promiscuous person, having a faithful relationship. We only had eyes for each other. Like I said earlier, the anniversary, thank God for that. And I pray God for many, 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 many more. And it's a wonderful thing for a husband to love his wife, and for his wife to love him. To treat each other like they mean something to each other, like they're special. And I believe that's what we have. We treat each other like we're special to each other. I really handle my wife rightly, because she does matter. She is special to me. And she's a blessing to me. And I thank God for her. So you don't ever hurt what you love. Ever. No matter what a guy tells you, you don't hurt what you love. He could hit you in the face and then turn around and say he loves you. That's not love. The Bible tells us that love does not harm. It does not hurt. So a lot of people have a very warped version of love today. They perceive all the feelings and emotions that they're going through as love, but it's not love. Because love will not seek to harm. It will not hurt. So you don't do anything arbitrarily to anyone that you say that you love. You don't get rude with them. You don't get jealous of them. You don't talk bad to them. You don't talk down to them. You don't hurt them. Because you say that you love them, then treat them like you love them. Because what you have in your life today is not guaranteed. So if you love something or someone, then let them know that you love them, that you care for them. Don't let their lasting memory of you be that of abuse or harm. And abuse comes in many forms, verbal or physical, emotional and mental. So there's a lot of ways to harm people. So I have to take care of her well-being mentally, her well-being physically, her well-being emotionally, just like she takes care of mine. She's been very instrumental to me, and so you have to love each other.